Great to see you. In our last video, we talked about how the emotions that you are undergoing, things you're going through as you're caregiving. In this video, we'd like now to delve a bit deeper into this. At Suruvi, we like to look at you as a whole person, your whole being. So you operate in a community, in a place with people, and you have to do certain things to be, if for the lack of a better word, normal. So now what happens when you are burdened by certain emotions because of the situation of caregiving? Now, the first part that we like to look at Suruvi is your subconscious, what you are thinking about. Most likely, if you find yourself at a place whereby you are avoiding the facts in front of you, you are ignoring what you see happening. Your caregiving you've taken so many days off from work that now it's inevitable that your boss is telling you, I think maybe you need to go, for example. You have used so much money from the business that now you know that you do not have enough money next week to buy stock. However, you ignore that and you continue to how do I say this, to move into loving your loved one past your ability to do so. So your subconscious tells you, you must do this because you love them, right? Now, there are certain signals that will come that are visible, if we may say, that these are disruptions that are measured, that you can see. The first of these are financial. You will look and see your petty cash voucher deteriorate. It will keep going down. You will look and see the money in your account keep decreasing because of the care that you did not expect to give, and you keep dishing it out. You have to buy medicines, you have to take the person to hospital, there's so many things that you have to do. You have to buy special foods now and drugs. So financially, you see the first signs of this, that you can observe those first signs. Secondly, we like to call it business burden, because some of you are employed, some of you have your own businesses, but what happens is the time you take to work at your station is reduced because you have time you have to spend with your loved one. Now, these are things that you can measure. These are the disruptions that you can measure. What about those that are not measurable? What about those things that stress the being of you, who you are? For example, your feelings. How do you feel about this loved one that has all of a sudden gotten sick and you are now the one taking care of them? Maybe you're taking care of them alone. Maybe you're the most able in the family to take care of them, so it is you that everyone thinks will leave it with so-and-so because they will handle this better than anyone else. Whatever the situation, you have feelings that are not measured. In our previous video, we talked about those feelings, right? So now those feelings of whatever is going on in you lead you to certain decisions. Secondly are your attitudes. You can have an attitude towards your ill person, your loved one that you're taking care of, that affects your operation financially, that affects your care provision, that it affects the workload you do because of an attitude you have. Maybe from what the person is ailing from, maybe from what people, neighbors or friends have said. Those are things that are not measurable. In fact, they're not disruptions, we call them distress. Now at Suruvi, we have actually understood how to label these. That the disruptions are objective because they can be measured. But the distress is subjective because it cannot. So as we come to you, we ask you to first off count the cost. What has this cost you? Let's move on to the next slide and we'll see.